What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. My name is Splattercat, and today in the world of indie games, because you know where you're at. That's all we do here every single day. This is the place to be if you're looking for somebody to go through Steam for you and just find the good stuff. Today, we're playing Dwarrows. If you haven't seen Dwarrows, that doesn't surprise me because neither had I, but the developers sent over this game, and I played through the first hour or two of it last night. And it's a game where you take 3 adventurers, and the goal is ultimately to peacefully build a city for people to live in. Everybody is kind of this wonderful verdigris green over here. I'm not exactly sure why everybody's green, okay? It says they're wood elves, but I don't see any pointy ears. So I'm a little bit vexed by the situation, but at the end of the day, I think we're going to get there. So let's start off a new game, see what we got cracking. We can name our characters. We've got Dwilbin, we've got Gloya, and we've got Horbeer. And then we've also got our town name. We can name it whatever we want. I'm going to name it New Beersville Township. There we go. Perfect. We got to call it a town. It can't be New Beersville Village. That makes it sound like we're just about... It makes it sound like we're like 12 alcoholics that hang out on a hill. If you call it a township, it sounds like it's got civic backing, okay? And that's very, very important to the branding. We need that for... We need that for purposes. What those purposes are haven't been quite dictated just yet, but we're getting there. All right, we haven't got the promo pamphlet done yet. A long time ago, the wee wood elves had a place that they called home. It was the only place that they ever knew. Until one day, a disaster forced them to leave their homeland. With nowhere else to go, they wandered the lands of others in search of a new home, finding ways of adapting, working, and living peacefully with the peoples who hosted them. But still, none of this was ever really truly a home. With the wood elves now spread across the world, they needed a home now more than ever. The High Elf Queen Salacia, a great leader who ruled over enormous commonwealths, saw the plight of the wood elves and used her skillful diplomacy to strike a deal with a people known as the Nabo. The Nabo had lots of lands and forests to spare that were just right for the wee wood elves. The Nabo were happy to welcome the wood elves as their new neighbors. For the wood elves, who are naturally good-natured, had created a shining reputation for themselves around the world from their travels. Queen Salacia knew that the colonization was tough work, and a people who had been wandering for a very long time, road-weary and surviving, would need some help. So the queen enlisted her best team to the task. With their combined ingenuity, work ethic, and propensity for kindness, they were set to take on the challenge. My royal subjects, if you are reading this letter, then we are pleased that you have arrived safely at the Duskin Keep. Within our very last empire, there are no explorers or colonizers more noble and capable than the 3 of you. We are a compassionate queen. The time has now come for the wandering wood elf refugees to have a new home of their own. We have claimed the Duskinvale Keep, built and abandoned in a previous colonization attempt with proper treaties from the Nabo peoples. We have gifted the Wood Elves with the keep and the rights to these ancient lands so that they may rebuild and salvage their culture. Each of you were chosen for your own unique talents and skills, and together you have the ability to explore. gather, and build. All of these skills are necessary to conquer this foreign land and help the Wood Elves restore their own way of life. Professor Mooney, with his archaeological knowledge, will assist in understanding this ancient land. And Mayor Shtick will help with the recolonization efforts. We thank you for your efforts and wish you luck in your assignment. She's the bad guy, I'm calling it now. Her Majesty Queen Salacia. There's going to be a plot twist. She's the bad guy. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to warn you. I know how this works in cinema. She's the bad guy. She's setting this all up for some kind of evil reason. Hey, you made it! Come in. Step into my office and let's talk. That's it. She's getting the Doug voice. I can't help it. I haven't done the Doug voice in too long, and I'm losing my skills, okay? I need to get them back. I need to reclaim them because I haven't done the Doug voice in like years. Outstanding! You've arrived. It's fantastic. On behalf of the Wood Elf Nation, I'd like to welcome you to Duskin Keep. I'm Mayor Stick, and I'm pleased to meet you. Listen, I'm a doer. Do you know what that means? It means I like to get things done, and I think you can too. You strike me as a doer, and that's outstanding. Let's get to it. Let's get to business. The first priority is to make sure that the Wood Elves arrive at the New Beersfield Township safely and have a place to live. For this, we'll need a whole team. Professor Mooney has given us these artifacts. They're ancient technology that we don't quite understand, but I'm sure nothing bad will happen. They're called Talk Rocks. You like that name? I gave them that name. It's a great name. Professor Mooney and I each have one, so we'll all be able to communicate with each other at a distance. Did I tell you they do that? That's what they do. Alright, so we've got 3 Talk Rocks right now. Pretty rad. According to Mayor Shtick, these artifacts allow you to communicate at any distance. Let's wrap this up. Take these to your colleagues. Start by getting Gloria her Talk Rock. Alright, cool. Let's go do it. It's Gloria's Talk Rock. Apparently I've got a pickaxe. Oh yeah, I'm gonna break all your pottery first. Hold on, give me a second. Yeah, that's what you get for hiding $10 inside your pot. Yup, that's, ooh, and 10 rocks. Apparently we have a rock collector out here. What does this do right here? Oh, I can just like loot through it. It's just boulders. Alright, well, there's Gloria right there. So let's go ahead and give her the Talk Rock. We're now playing as Gloria. Hey there, Mayor Stick. I see you got the Talk Rock in one piece. That's outstanding, and I'm glad to hear it. So let's get to it. I hear you're good at fixing things. You're a real master mechanic. Would you do me a favor? So we've got the repair hammer. Climb up on the castle tower over there and fix the broken beacon using your hammer. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll fix the beacon then. I'm going to skip some of the dialogue because I want to see some of the gameplay as we get further in. That is ultimately the point of this channel right here, is to show off gameplay. We got to go fix a beacon. I'm assuming we're going to be lighting a signal fire or something. I saw it way up, like, over here. Is that where I saw it? Where did I see it? I thought I seen it over, maybe it was over here. Yeah, this looks a little bit better. Jump! I like the jump animation in this game. If I mentioned that I like the jump animation, apparently I can break all these pots too. I'm going to do it so that I can get some extra crafting materials. You never know when those are going to become pertinent. Oh no. I slipped and fell through the cracks. Society, it's so hard to live inside. I've almost fallen through the cracks. Alright, well, let's run down this way. And I'm going to try in vain to really resist the impulse to destroy all these pots. But frankly, as you can tell from the fact that I'm destroying the pots, I failed at that horribly. Go up here, we'll fix the beacon. You know, it feels like there should probably be like an interior access to a structure this tall. Like maybe you're going to make me go all the way around the outside. We could just, this board could go to here, and then there could be another board right there that goes up to there, is all I'm saying. We could have streamlined this process a little bit. You could have saved me like 12 seconds of gameplay. 12 whole seconds. So far the animation doesn't seem stiff. The movement feels alright. Kind of reminds me of Portal Knights a little bit. The movement, that is, not the game in general. I like the jump animation a lot. It's got pizzazz. It's got zazz. Look at that zazzy jump right there. That's a zazzy jump right there. Alright, let's rebuild this thing. Smack this thing with a hammer for a little bit. Alright. And perfect. I've smacked it with a hammer. We now have a giant bucket on top of our tower. Oh, so it's a tactical tower now. It's got a laser sight on it. Man, that thing's trebuchet's never gonna miss. I don't even know if there's going to be violence and war in this game. It doesn't seem like that kind of game, I'll be honest with you.
Outstanding. You did it. Listen, that's really great. Thanks a lot. It'll come in handy for the townsfolk when they arrive, and also for you and your companions when you're out in the woods. Foreman Ike has been looking around for you. He'd like to go over some schematics for the new town structures. Head on over to the drafting table and have a chat with Foreman Ike.
All right, let's go over there and have a chat with him. Foreman Ike. Just chilling out here in the courtyard. Perfectly capable of building all this stuff myself, but then again, you're the hero, so I'm just waiting on you, bro. Alright, so Foreman Ike. How's it going, boss? His name is Foreman Ike. We don't need no chit-chat. Let's do what we're good at and start talking about building, huh? We're gonna need to have some of that whatchamacallit infrastructure ready for when the people start showing. And from what I hear, there's already lots of them camping out in the woods waiting for us to get to work. So let's build one of those tents. And whatchamacallit, one of them garden plots for farming. You got your blueprint drafting table all set up the way you like it so you can give orders to where we put the structures. But you're gonna need some resources, so let me get that talk rocking the burly fella, because I hear he's real good at hitting stuff. Yo, it's Foreman Ike here. I'm working with your buddy Gloria. We're gonna need some stuff before we can start building. Can you do us a solid? Use your wood axe on some of them collie trees. Them's the ones with the white barks. Best wood in the forest. And use your pickaxe to mine gold. Finally, you can also use that pickaxe to mine some stone. We need like 240 wood. 20 stone, like 170 gold. Thanks for the help, boss. Alright, let's go do it. Let's go do it, but first things first, we've got a gate that's in the way, so we gotta, pull that thing right there. I'm not gonna tell you how long it took me to find that lever when I was, test playing this last night, alright? I'm not gonna admit to that, but it was in excess of 2 to 3 minutes for me to find that lever, alright? I'm just saying. It might look like I found it right at the drop of a hat, but when I was actually doing this thing in actuality, took me a little bit longer. Can I mine both these at the same time? There we go, get them both. Get them both, chief. Yup, we got that stone. We need a little bit. I'm gonna get this gold over here, too. I'm gonna get this gold because I need that money. Let me get it. There it is. Let's get that money. Get that money. Right, those are all the resources you need for now. Thanks. Yeah, I kind of, skipped over getting all the resources because it's chopping trees and whatnot. It's not really that difficult to get done, and frankly, I don't think it deserves exposition. We're just chopping trees for 3 minutes. Not super important to the overall appraisal of the game. Now that we have the resources we need, head on over to the drafting table and show me where to construct the first tent for the new Beersville Township. Alright, so we're gonna build a tent. Let's do it. Let's tent it on up. I'll probably put the tent right here, maybe? Can I rotate? Oh, you can rotate the tent. Okay. Maybe I'll put the tent right there. Alright, so now where should I put this plot to grow some food? Oh, I don't know, Chief. Wherever you wanna. Maybe we'll go right there. That looks good to me. We need 200 wood and 140 gold in order to do another one that gives us economy and quality of life. Now that we got somewhere to grow food and a few beds to sleep in, we can invite a few people into the town. If you find anybody out there, be sure to invite them on in. I will do that. Just without approval? What if they turn out to be a serial killer? You never know.
Hey there, it's me again. I've spoken with Gloria, and it seems like she's set up now and acquainted with Foreman Ike, but I can't seem to get a hold of Horbeer. Listen, I don't mean to micromanage, but have you given him the talk rock yet? I think I saw him bringing in firewood for the campfire just outside my office. Mind getting it to him?
What, you can't shout out the door? I'm all the way on the outskirts of the provincials of our territory. You're literally right next to him. Just be like, hey, bud, can you do this for me? Just yell it real fast. I don't know. My family is full of yellers. We're not full of go-getters. We're full of people. We're the kind of people that instead of going down the stairs to tell you something, we'll just scream it across the whole house. That's how I grew up. That's what I find to be acceptable. There you go, Horbeer. You are clearly the coolest looking of all of us, and you've got hairy feet.
Hi, Horbeer. Professor Mooney's looking for you. He's heard what a storied treasure hunter you are, and he's excited to work with you. Do me a favor, pay him a visit, will you? He won't stop asking me when you're coming in.
All right, let's go do it. And this guy, his ability is just to run really, really, really fast with his massive, ridiculous paddle feet. Gotcha. Well, if you're going to have big feet, you might as well have big speed. You're Horbeer, huh? I'd know your face anywhere, big fan. My name is Professor Mooney, and I'm the foremost leading expert of treasure acquisition and identification. I'm really excited to show you an artifact that we've already found and identified. I've studied it with a zealous curiosity while you and your companions were en route here. It's the treasure diviner. Okay, sounds good. This wonderful little doodad is a bona fide treasure detector. It's difficult for me to use, and dare I say that few that possess the athleticism or keen instinct for such things as you. So go ahead and give it a try. See if you can find anything. Alright, I'm gonna go do it. Alright, so this is basically like a game of hot and cold. Like the color of the stick dictates the direction that you should walk in. So the treasure is over this way. And so we want it to be red hot right there. That's what we're looking for. And then we just follow that on into the territory. And it should result in us finding treasure. Yeah, there we go. Let's get it. Come on. Come on. Where's it at? Well, I think we're getting warmer. It's got to be like right here. Yeah, there we go. I knew we'd find it. Big old treasure chest. Something that every adventurer likes. Alright, so we hit a jackpot right there. That gave us like $300. $300, that's somebody's savings right there. They buried it outside the city, and now we've stumbled across it and kept it. Splendid, you found something then. Gold, the mayor and the foreman are going to be absolutely thrilled. That'll help with our building efforts.
Shouldn't help overhearing, I'd be thrilled. I also overheard everything. What I mean is I was listening in. I'm glad everything's going well and that you know how to use the treasure diviner. I gave it that name, by the way. Listen, I've already contacted your companions and we've agreed that we all need to come in for a meeting. Meet us back at the office?
Ew, we gotta do like a staff meeting? Why?
Why does the baker sell yeast? To raise dough! That's a joke. Little humor for you to break the ice. That's Management 101. I wrote the book on that. It's great. I'll sign a copy for you before you go. And let's table that for now, and let's talk about why I caused you all here. There's a cave not too far from here if you follow the path. It was all walled up with a giant rock, but we were able to blow it open with a bomb we imported. Very expensive stuff. As Professor Mooney expected, the cave is not a natural formation. It looks like an ancient tunnel. We haven't gone inside yet because it might be dangerous, but who knows what's down there. That's why we're leaving it to the experts. You three. But I realize that you've only just arrived, and this is all very sudden. I understand that you may want a chance to stretch your legs or explore around a little bit. If you want to gather resources, build some town structures, look for treasure, that's good too. And if you come across any campers out in the wilderness, call them a filthy camper. It's not a valid strategy. All three of you should have the folders that I made up for you. I'm such an A-type personality.
All right.
Whenever you're ready, just head on down to the cave.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Apparently, oh, the stone is now alive. Yeah, that's a little terrifying, but okay. Oh, you can just like actively swap between people. I see what's up. Okay, so you do it with the middle mouse button, or the middle mouse scroll. What does this do over here? The stones react to your presence. So I can teleport them all here. I got a feeling that we're going to have to do puzzles that require like all three of us and stuff like that. But let's go out and explore first. We'll take our mighty dwarf. And we'll see if we can find anything good out here before we do anything else. Obviously, we should probably be able to build a few areas for people to live inside of. Probably plant some new crops would not be the worst idea either. Let's chop down some trees real quick, and then we'll head out and explore and kind of see what the world has on offer. If we can find another like fast travel point. I've been led to believe that this game is kind of a peaceful city-building third-person adventure game where you farm a lot of resources and you kind of build things up. Apparently has a storyline too, so hopefully we'll be able to experience that as we go along. Let's dive on into the main map and just kind of see what's around. I sort of feel like we should bring the Hobbit guy instead since he's fast and he can sprint. It might take us a while to get around just playing as this dude. Holler at me, scream at your screen, rattle your keyboard if you see any of the campers out here. Filthy campers. Play the game, bro. Play the game, bro. Do the bunnies do anything? Or are they just kind of terrified by my existence? I mean, there is the fact that I'm waving an axe at them like a lunatic. That might do it too. That way to Dusk and Keep. The game, actually, the presentation's pretty good. The character models themselves look pretty solid. The townsfolk look a little bit rudimentary, but you know, whatever. But the game itself looks really, really nice. It's like kind of cartoony, I guess. Hey, we found some people. Let's go invite them into the city. What's cracking, everybody? Would you three like to live in New Beersville? We would love there, but there's not enough space for us. When you build enough housing for all three of us, come back and find us. Okay, so I've got to build houses for everybody that I want to live in the city. Apparently, you just get to live in a house inside our society. You have to pay rent or nothing. No taxes, no rent. You've just got a bunch of dwarves, a hobbit, and a random lady with a warhammer just subsidizing the existence of everybody else. That's the world right there. That's what's up. My guess is what I'll try to do right now is I'll probably just fill up on all the resources, like get 500 of each, and then we'll probably go back to town once we've accomplished that, and we'll just see what we can slap together. I've been led to believe that we definitely want people to live inside of our village. Oh, there's a big tower out here. I wonder what's inside the big tower. I think it's humming. Is it humming? I can't tell if it's humming or if that's just tinnitus. It might be humming. Let's go look. So does this do anything like special? Or is this like another city over here, or what is this? It's got lights on the front of it, so I guess it'll probably, like, maybe this drops into the ground or rises up or something. I honestly don't know. That's going to be one of those mysteries that we got to save for a little bit later, I guess. A little bit later. Let me gather up these resources, and we'll see what kind of, like, town construction projects we can pull off. Alright, so I've got some resources going on. We're just, that elf right there is in a wheelchair. See, that's why I go out of my way not to owe money to the elf mob. That right there. That's the risk that you run. It's a dangerous world that we live in, and some elves in our society do not play by the rules. That's why you gotta be careful who you take loans out with. You might be putting your kneecaps at risk. Hopefully he'll bounce back. Hopefully he learned his lesson too. Neither a borrower nor a lender be. We'll grab that stuff right there. And then I think after this, I think we should have enough to really build a couple more houses and maybe invite some of the immigrants to live inside with us. I don't know what effect that's going to have. I assume that when people live in the city, we'll be able to collect like tax revenue or something. Or we'll be able to assign them to like harvesting jobs or something so that we can focus on the matter of exploring. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Dude, there's a bunch of gold just laying around outside the town walls. I'm pretty sure somebody out there really wants to live where we live at because there's a lot of gold around. If they could take control of this place, they'd be getting paid. Alright, well, let's go over here. Oh, yeah, I need to play as her in order to build stuff, right? I think she's the only person that can use the drafting table. I'm kind of curious about the swapping of characters and how that's going to play into the game later on, because right now, the swapping of characters seems like inconvenient. Like, why couldn't we have one character that just does all of this stuff? You know what I mean? Like, why was it important to have 3 characters? Like, that's got to play into the core gameplay mechanics sometime in the future. Otherwise, I'm going to be asking that question for, like, the remainder of my time playing. So we've got markets, we've got housing. Yeah, give me a tent over here. I want to... I would love to have a tent. We'll just drop, like, a couple of these. And what do the tents cost? 40, 20, 30? Oh, that's, like, nothing. Yeah, we can do that. Let's make, like, a nasty little sprawl area over here.
Starting to see a lot of tents out there. I mean, it's great since you're building homes to live in, but we're not going to be reaching our 5th town star rating with those. Have you tried mashing together some design concepts at the drafting table? I'd like to see bigger housing arrangements. Maybe something that's 2 times better than a tent with 4 times the space. I don't know how the math holds up, but it seems right to me. Anyways, that'd be great.
Okay. Can I design something? I don't know. It looks like I can maybe mash things together. So we've got a public bathhouse right there. Oh, cool.
That's perfect. Can't wait to see the structures in action. You're doing great, team.
Oh, so I think we were mixing and matching right there. I thought we were making a template or something like that, but I don't think so now that I look at it a little bit more. Let's go back over to houses. What are those going to cost? So, unlock for design, build 3 more times. Oh, we can't even... To unlock for design, build 3 more times. Oh, it wants me to build, like, 3 more houses? Okay. Well, I can build these right now. They're 240 wood. They're pretty expensive. But they do look a lot better. Like, what if I go back in here? Do I get the stuff back if I demolish this? Oh, you do. You get like a full refund. Or at least close to one. Alright, so we've got like a longhouse right here. Where's the front of it? That's the part that I'm curious about. That's the front right there. Okay, so we can put that like right up flush, I guess. And then we can have like another one back over here. I can't see what the front end is. Hold on. Looks to me as though that's the front right there. So we can drop one in right there. And that's going to be all of our wood supplies. Let's go back and take a look at these houses. See if we can walk around inside of them. Maybe they have like an interior design to them. That'd be pretty cool. So we've got 2 houses over here. Aw, you can't go inside. Okay, well that's a bummer. But we can get up on the roof. Up on the roof. Now that we've got that knocked out and out of the way, let's see if we can invite a few people to live here. Let's see what benefits adding citizens to the video, or to the, see what adding citizens. Would you 4 like to live here? We'd love to join you. We'll pack our things and leave immediately. Nice. And they just like teleport out. Okay. There's another.
Fantastic! We have citizens. Keep them coming. Townsfolk can be monitored on the Citizen tab of the Overview menu.
Okay.
This we must rectify before the annual conference of Adamant Mayors, or I'll be the laughingstock. Our objective is to get a 5-star town rating, but let's get a 2-star first.
Okay. So we need quality of life, economy, and culture. Alright. So the overview menu is going to be on O right now. We're at 4 out of 8. Apparently there's an interest period and also production, maybe? It looks like we've got a collection of menus here that we can play around with. So it looks like it probably wants us to... Looks like they're farmers, so I guess they'll probably make food or something. I don't know if they get auto-assigned to the tasks that we give them, possibly. It's got charge, gain 10% speed while running in a straight line, and we can get pets too. So, you know, if you're one of those people that really, really values pets, you can get pets. Here's 4 more people. Let's add them. Hey, you guys, you want to join up? Yeah, you guys come live in Beersville with me. Absolutely. You're all very, very welcome to live here. It's the best place on Earth. Maybe not the happiest place on Earth, but definitely the best place on Earth because we said so, and if you want to live here, you will say so too! My name is Splattercat. This is Dwarrows. Hope you guys enjoyed this short little play, this introduction to it. If you want to see a little bit more, leave a like on the video. Let me know in the comments how you're feeling about this one. So far, my impressions are largely positive. I don't think we've dove down into the real meat and potatoes of the game just yet. Like, I think there's going to be more mechanics and there's going to be more stuff going on. Presumably when we get to that cave that's down the road, I'm guessing that's where you're going to start to see some gameplay mechanics. And I don't mean that in like a derisive way. That's not what I'm trying to say. Like, obviously the mining and the harvesting and the recruiting civilians and everything else, that's a gameplay mechanic. But what I mean is gameplay mechanics that don't involve the management of the city, I guess. So that's when you're going to start to see some of the adventure mechanics maybe come out. But I don't know. Until we get there, we're not really going to be super sure. As of right now, I'm pretty happy with the music quality, the animation quality, the graphical quality. I think they do a pretty good job of syncing you on into the game. Even though the tutorial is kind of self-explanatory, they give you more or less everything that you need right there at the beginning in order to get started. And so that gets a pass. But aside from that, we've yet to see how all the other mechanics like the treasure finding and the fixing stuff and whatnot are going to end up blending into the final product. And frankly, I'd be curious to see how that is. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie gaming every single day so that you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, we had a game called Dwarrows. Hope you all enjoyed it. So far, I've had a pleasurable time with it. If you wanted to get the game for yourself, as always, I've got a link for you down below in the description. Other than that, I also have a Discord, so if you wanted to ask me about this game or talk to me in person, you can definitely do that through there. I'll have that link for you down below. And I have a Twitch stream, too, where I stream live every single day of the week, and I'd love to have you. So anyways, check out all those links down below. I'll see y'all later, and how you do, everybody. It's been a fantastic day.